Notice it. Banks are quietly limiting withdrawals. Fuel shortages are spreading across key regions, and entire systems from AI to supply chains are starting to stall. But here's what's different this time. None of this is being called a crisis, because the real danger isn't what's happening, it's how quietly it's happening. And if you zoom out, all of these events follow a very specific pattern, a pattern that usually unfolds in just 72 hours. Most people think financial collapse looks like chaos, markets crashing, headlines screaming, panic everywhere. But in reality, it starts with something much more subtle: delays, restrictions, silence. And by the time it looks like a crisis, it's already too late to react. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes. They wait for confirmation. They wait for headlines, for experts, for someone to say, this is real. But by the time that happens, the window is already closing, because every major system breakdown follows the same timeline. First, withdrawals slow down, then access gets restricted, then systems stop responding altogether. And each step feels temporary, manageable, explainable, until suddenly it isn't. Think about what's happening right now. Banks quietly limiting liquidity, reports of delayed withdrawals surfacing. Fuel supply disruptions in parts of Southeast Asia and Australia, logistics chains slowing down, even advanced AI systems hitting unexpected pauses and limitations. Individually, these seem unrelated, but together, they form something very specific. This is what I call the first crack phase. It's when systems don't fail, they hesitate. Transactions don't get denied, they get delayed. Access isn't blocked, it's temporarily restricted. And that wording matters because it keeps people calm, it prevents overreaction, and most importantly, it buys time. But underneath that calm surface, pressure is building. Liquidity is tightening, supply is thinning, confidence is quietly eroding. And here's the part most people miss. By the time you feel the problem, it's already widespread. Everything you're seeing connects through one thing: liquidity. Liquidity is what allows systems to function smoothly. Money moving, fuel flowing, goods shipping. When liquidity is strong, everything feels normal. 650, chef. But when liquidity tightens, everything slows down. Banks become cautious. Withdrawals get limited. Suppliers delay shipments. Fuel distribution gets disrupted. Companies pause expansion. Even tech development starts to stall. And once that chain reaction starts, it doesn't spread linearly. It accelerates. That's the 72-hour window. Not when it starts, but when it becomes visible. Now, here's where it gets dangerous, because during all of this, you'll keep hearing the same message. Everything is under control, and technically that might even be true in the moment. But systems don't collapse because of one event. They collapse because of accumulated pressure. And by the time that pressure is visible, you're no longer early, you're reacting. So what do you actually do with this? You don't panic, you prepare earlier than everyone else. You watch for delays instead of denials, restrictions instead of blocks, silence instead of clarity, because those are the real signals, not the headlines. Right now, you're still early enough to see it, but that window doesn't stay open for long. If you're paying attention, comment "aware" below, and subscribe if you want to stay ahead before everyone else realizes what's already happening.